Mayor, City of Jackson.
Breaking overnight, a surge in the death toll from the tornado in Oklahoma. A desperate hunt is underway for more victims in a school that took a direct hit. Plus, we'll talk about the challenges rescuers face.
And it's decision day for voters in a number of runoff elections. Plus, our exclusive poll shows the race for the Democratic nomination for mayor of Jackson is tight. 16 WAPT News continues now.
16 WAPT News at 6 starts now.
Good morning to you on this Tuesday, May 21st, 2013. I'm Megan West.
And I'm Keegan Fox. In just 1 hour, voters head to the polls to cast ballots in runoff elections. Jackson voters will decide whether a businessman or a city councilman should be the Democratic nominee for mayor. Plus, our exclusive poll shows the race between Jonathan Lee and Chokwe Lumumba is close.
It is. Also this morning, the frantic search for survivors of a massive tornado in Oklahoma. Crews worked all night long to look for people buried in this rubble. The official death toll is 51. It could be closer to 100 this morning. And Ethan has been closely monitoring the situation. Let's go to him now for weather first.
Yeah, it looks like that this is most likely going to be somewhere around an EF4, maybe even an EF5 tornado. Right now, wind speeds estimated between about 166 miles per hour, close to 200 miles per hour. We are still watching thunderstorms fire up off to our north and to the west. Strong thunderstorms just on the south side of Oklahoma City this morning. Also a squall line moving through central portions of Arkansas. Closer to home now, temperatures are in the mid-70s. We're at 73. We will see our temperatures climb into the upper 80s this afternoon. And a few isolated thunderstorms will start to return to the area late this afternoon. Rain chances will go up late overnight tonight and stay up through tomorrow. We're going to talk about how strong some of these thunderstorms will be and how long they'll be sticking around for the rest of the week in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Ethan. We continue this morning with a new tornado disaster in Oklahoma. The death toll could skyrocket, Keegan.
Yeah, Megan, right now, over 50 people are confirmed dead, but it's feared as many as 100 died in that storm, 20 of them children who were in school when that tornado hit. And this morning, we're getting a new look at what rescue teams face as they search for survivors in the rubble of that school. Search efforts started late yesterday evening and have been going on all throughout the night. Now, we have a wider look at all the damage from yesterday's tornado in Moore, Oklahoma. Now, this is aerial footage. It shows just how bad that destruction is. Many structures were leveled. Experts say winds hit that area at up to 200 miles per hour.
I actually heard it go over us, felt our ears popping. It's just something that we've never experienced.
My mom told me to just not look up because I was just holding my mom tight and I was frightened.
Now, President Obama has signed a major disaster declaration. 16 WAPT's Hallie Jackson joins us live from our D.C. newsroom this morning. And Hallie, with President Obama signing that emergency declaration overnight, what exactly does that mean?
Essentially, Keegan, it makes federal money available to 5 counties in Oklahoma covered by the declaration. So that means people and business owners in that area can apply to get loans to help them fix up their houses or get temporary housing. People can also try to get more money to do things like get damage that they didn't have insurance on fixed as well. So we are learning that, but we are also learning, Keegan, that the president will be speaking, will be addressing the nation later this morning. This is just in, new information, talking about this tornado in Oklahoma. He's getting a briefing from his disaster response team prior to that speech, which we expect a little later on.
And Hallie, we're wondering how other politicians from Oklahoma and elsewhere are reacting this morning.
We know that we spoke with Representative Cole, who is from Moore. It's his hometown. He says he lives about 1.5 miles from Plaza Towers Elementary School. You've been seeing so many images of that school. He says that he is ready to be back in his state to help with the response there federally. We're also hearing many politicians like Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi, House Speaker John Boehner tell us that their thoughts and prayers are with the people of Oklahoma this morning, just like so many others across the nation. Keegan?
All right, 16 WAPT's Hallie Jackson reporting live this morning from D.C. Thanks, Hallie.
And a local group could be headed to the disaster area today. The Mississippi Salvation Army is preparing its mobile feeding unit for deployment. They are meeting to decide exactly how many volunteers need to go to Oklahoma. One leader says they will be focused on praying and supporting those who lost loved ones. And remember, one of the best tools for staying updated on the severe weather threat is our 16WAPT Tornado app. You can look at severe conditions, including watches and warnings, right down to your area. Just search 16WAPT on your smartphone.
Now turning to our Commitment 2013 coverage, it's runoff election day and our new exclusive poll numbers show the race for Jackson mayor is tight. Now here are the latest numbers from our Mason-Dixon tracking poll. Jonathan Lee is still on top, but his lead has shrunk. On the right column, you can see the businessman has 46%. Compared to Councilman Chokwe Lumumba's 42%. 12% of voters are still undecided, and we want to clarify, of those undecided voters, 4 out of 5 are black.
As voters head to the polls in just about an hour, election officials are hoping to avoid some of the problems they found in precincts 2 weeks ago. 16WAPT's Andrew Kinsey is live at one precinct, Callaway High School, to talk about what has changed in the last 2 weeks. Andrew?
Yeah, Megan, you may recall during the primary, the main issue for voters here at Callaway High School were those new voting machines. If you take a look inside, you can see those machines are already set up and poll workers are inside making sure they're up and running. At one point, 2 weeks ago, both of those machines were down, which delayed the process for voters instead of expediting it as election officials had hoped. I'm told today's process should run a bit smoother. Now, since the primary election, election officials tell me they've identified problem precincts and issues and have worked with precinct managers to fix those issues, especially with those voting machines. I'm told those machines were delivered over the weekend to the 90 precincts across the city, and they are now up and running as they should be. Election officials tell me those machines are just like scanners or printers inside your jobs or in your homes, so they can't really guarantee that they won't jam. However, if they do, they say there are technicians on standby to fix them quickly. It's a short ballot today. The runoff includes the city council seats for wards 4 and 5 in the race between Jonathan Lee and Chokwe Lumumba. The doors here at the precinct at Callaway and others across the city open at 7 a.m. and close at 7 p.m. Live in Jackson, Andrew Kinsey, 16WAPT News.
Okay, thanks, Andrew. Meanwhile, in Canton, incumbent William Truly and Arnell Bolden go head-to-head today in the Democratic runoff for mayor. The candidates hit the streets Monday night trying to win over voters. It took 2 days after polls closed to declare them the winners of the primary. The candidates say they are hoping things go better today.
I've been in this community for 40 years. I've never seen an election that was so frustrating and as the one we had.
There is no excuse, absolutely no excuse, for every other community and municipality to have their numbers in, and we're sitting here still counting numbers past midnight.
The Democratic Party chairman says machine problems delayed primary results, but those machines have since been fixed.
And here is a look at some of the other races we are keeping an eye on today. 2 city council seats are down to a runoff. In Ward 4, Derek Trimble faces DeKeither Stamps. And in Ward 5, City Councilman Charles Tillman must defeat Betty Dagner Cook to keep his seat. For more of your election coverage all throughout the day, you can simply log on to our website at WAPT.com. New details about a 16WAPT exclusive. The man involved in this wild gas station fight is a Jackson police officer. Well, the incident cost him his job.
Over 100 puppies are rescued in South Mississippi. Details into the investigation of a possible puppy mill at 6:08 on this Tuesday.
Winner of the Associated Press Best Newscast for 3rd year in a row. Winner, Best Weathercast. And winner for Best Sportscast. This is 16 WAPT News, the one to watch.